History is bleeding, and no one's even trying to stop it. I don't even know where to start. It's like I'm watching a movie, but it's real life, and no one gets a happy ending. Zelenskyy said, "I will not sign what 10 generations of Ukrainians will have to pay back." And you know what? That hit different. Like, imagine carrying that weight, knowing that your signature isn't just a piece of paper, it's a chain wrapped around your country's future. And yet, the world moves on, right? Handshakes, deals, a couple of press conferences, and boom, it's done. Signed, sealed, delivered. But for what? Security? Nah. Guarantees? What are those? They said they'd stand with Ukraine, but when the time came, it was just another business transaction. History is bleeding, and no one's even trying to stop it. Like, imagine you're drowning, you're screaming for help, and someone tosses you a rope, but tells you it'll cost you your house, your car, your future kid's education, and oh yeah, your soul. What do you even do? Let the water take you? Or grab that rope and pray you can somehow still make it to shore? That's Ukraine right now. They didn't want this deal, didn't want to sell their minerals, didn't want to be stuck in debt for the next 100 years. But what do you do when saying no isn't really an option? History is bleeding and no one's even trying to stop it. And the worst part? It's not even surprising. Like, how many times do we have to see this same play? How many countries have to be put in this exact position before people start waking up? Before we start calling things what they are? This isn't diplomacy. It's not partnership. It's power flexing in the ugliest way possible. It's making people choose between bad and worse and calling it negotiation. History is bleeding and no one's even trying to stop it. And look, I get it. The world isn't black and white. It's all messy and complicated and full of things we'll never know. But there's one thing that's crystal clear. Ukraine is fighting for its survival. And America is fighting for a good deal. There's a difference, a big one. And yeah, maybe I'm just a poet, maybe my words don't mean anything to the guys in suits calling the shots. But I see what's happening. We all do. And it's exhausting. History is bleeding, and no one's even trying to stop it. Like, how do you keep hope alive when every time you try to stand up, someone's got their foot on your neck? How do you trust allies when they only show up when there's something in it for them? How do you build a future when your present is being sold off piece by piece? Ukraine deserved better, still does. Because this isn't just politics. It's people's lives. It's families. It's kids growing up in bomb shelters. It's old men fighting in trenches because they don't have a choice. It's history being rewritten in real time, and we're all just watching it happen. History is bleeding, and no one's even trying to stop it. And I know, we're all tired. The world is a mess. There's too much news, too much suffering, too many problems that feel way too big to fix. But that's exactly why we can't look away. Because looking away is how this keeps happening. Looking away is how bad deals get signed. Looking away is how people in power keep getting away with treating countries like chess pieces. And yeah, maybe we can't change it. Maybe we don't have the power, but we have voices. We have stories. We have truth. And if that's all we have, then we have to use it. Because someday when history looks back, I want it to say that we saw, that we knew, that we cared. And maybe, just maybe, we tried to stop the bleeding.